So I would like to acknowledge that we are meeting here today on the traditional lands of the Brakalung people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation. And I would like to pay my respects to the elders past, present, and those elders emerging. I'd also like to acknowledge any elders who are here with us this evening. And as I do acknowledge the elders, I also wanted to take the opportunity to pay my respects to the family and friends and many networked community of Uncle Jack Charles, Budurung, Darjawarang, Woiwurrung, Yorta Yorta elder who died yesterday. For many on country, there is sorry business to attend to over the next few days, and it is certainly a loss that is being felt within our local communities as they reflect on country. I'm Kelly O'Callaghan, I'm the Mayor of Latrobe City, and I'll be taking you through the citizenship ceremony this evening. I'm here with our CEO, Steve Piacenti, and our wonderful team. Kara's here with us, hiding behind the screen, making sure everything works, and Aldo's down the back. We do have recording of tonight's activities. That was a record that you'll have available to you to be able to share with your family and friends following that. And Kim's also with us tonight, undertaking some professional photography. She'll take some photos throughout the proceedings tonight. And then as we wrap those up and then join in some refreshments, we'll also have the opportunity for you to have individual family group photos, and we're happy to be involved in those with you as well. And we'll also make those available to you once we've concluded the ceremony. We'll send out a link. So just so that you know, we'll be taking some photos and recording as well for this evening. In recognition of recent days' events, you will note we do have the banner that we traditionally have at our events with the image and representation of the Queen. Given the 10 days of mourning is where we are in relation to these ceremonies, it is appropriate and on advice of the Australian Government that we keep the banner as currently presented, but we will, for future events in the months to come, be changing our approach to some of the activities we undertake in terms of the formalities. But I did want to pay my respects to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth and make acknowledgement of her service over the past 70 years. Queen Elizabeth II visited Latrobe City with the Duke of Edinburgh on the first official royal tour of Australia in 1954. And the tour included visits to Traralgon and Yallourn on the royal train. And I'm not sure if any of you have seen some of the photos in recent days, but there was certainly some wonderful images there and some fairly obvious changes that have happened in communities in some of the places where they visited. Some of that visit also included an inspection of the Yallourn open cut mine, and probably not your typical visit of a royal nature, but of the day, that was considered to be a fairly important connection to local industry as well. And what we saw in the reflection of those photos was Latrobe City was decorated with flags and bunting, while the community certainly lined the streets as they welcomed the royal procession. But in light of the passing of the Queen, we will now stop and just take 1 minute to reflect and consider her contribution. I will now read the preamble to the Australian Citizenship Act, and it reads as follows. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia, and Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing their democratic beliefs, by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. We will now bring together the first of our groups who will be taking an oath as part of their ceremony.
Front row, please. Thank you. If you'd like to come and stand on here. And you can face the audience.
Do you want to join in? You can join in. Yeah, join in. All good. Everyone's comfy? Fantastic. So you all have the oath available there. We'll just work through it line by line, and you can repeat each line after me. The first, I will just say I, and then you'll state your name, and then we'll work our way through each line after that. If there's any issues that arise, just let me know. We can always go through and repeat that. So we'll make our way through. So I, and state your name. From this time forward under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. Please join me in welcoming our newest citizens. Please stay there with us. Steve has some gifts that he's going to hand out. So this is a certificate for each of you to acknowledge today's ceremony, as well as something for you to push in your garden. So please join me again as we welcome our newest Australian citizen. Congratulations. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was great. Got a real cheer squad down the front down here. And the next of our groups will be making an affirmation. So as we did previously, we will work through and we'll start with I, and then you'll state your name, and then we'll go line by line. Let me know if you need a hand with anything as we go through. So I, and state your name. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. Big round of applause. Yay, I reckon. It's a bit exciting. There's a bit of excitement going on in the front row tonight. This is great. Yeah, it's fantastic. Like a good celebration. You might have to come along to the rest of the ceremonies. Yeah, be our cheer squad. Please, another round of applause for our newest citizens. Congratulations. Please feel free to take your seats. It's wonderful to be able to welcome our newest citizens and provide that level of reflection and thanks for what it is that they've chosen to do by becoming citizens of Australia. It is very much my great pleasure and a privilege to welcome today our newest citizens of Australia and congratulate you on your decision to become an Australian citizen. Choosing to become a citizen is a very significant expression of your pride in being part of Australia's dynamic and diverse society. You have made a pledge of commitment to Australia and its people and have been provided with a memento card to mark the occasion of this commitment. Australian citizens value many basic rights, including equality of treatment, equality under the law, democracy, and equal opportunity for all. Our culturally diverse society is founded on a fair go for all Australians. Now that you are Australian citizens, you enjoy specific privileges and responsibilities, such as the right to vote to help elect Australia's governments and to access an Australian passport. For each of you who made the pledge today, your Australian citizenship is a symbol of your commitment to Australia and your formal membership of the Australian community. In taking on the commitment, you assume a new responsibility. In making the pledge, you became an Australian citizen. Finally, I congratulate all conferees for the commitment you have made today to being part of Australia's future. Congratulations to you all. Well done. That concludes the formalities for today, but now the celebrations begin. So what we will encourage you to do is, if you want to have photos done, either as individuals, families, Steve and I will jump in, you know, if you feel the need to add a bit of colour and movement to your photos. Feel free to do that. You can have your photos taken anywhere you would like. Kim's very good at making sure all the places you may choose are reflective of that. Some people choose the flags, others have specific banners that they may want to have their photos taken in front of. And while we make our way through that, the team have brought out some refreshments for you to share in. So please feel free to join us. Tea and coffee's on, kettle's always on here. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the hospitality and celebrate this wonderful occasion. Congratulations once again.